everyone. The velociraptors. What are they doing?
The inevitable, their biological imperative. You know, they're hunting.
Eating. Somebody call his family. Because he ain't coming home.
Damage that needs patching up.
Alright.
I alert people. Finch, it's time to prove that Din cares about security.
Right. The guests and me need somewhere to hide. Build an emergency shelter.
So as we click the emergency shelter, it's going to show us where we need coverage. But because we don't have one yet, we can add it anywhere. Now, emergency shelters are nice because they don't need power. So you can put them anywhere. We're going to construct this one. And I think these are our arrival points. I'm going to put it here. No, doesn't like that. There we go. Now we're going to open them. So everybody can come jump in here and try not to get killed by the velociraptors. There we go.
Raptors can be a tricky target on the best of days, so I suggest letting the pros do their thing. Give the capture team the task to tranquilize those dinosaurs and put a stop to the rampage.
So now we've lined this up and manually assigned tranquilized dinosaur on all 4 of these dinosaurs. We only have 1 capture team, so they're just gonna have to do it one by one. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yikes. Alright, so first one tranquilized. The other ones are going far away. So they're not really that much of danger right now. But they're going to keep tranquilizing. So let's speed that up a little bit. Bang. Another one. Now they don't like the helicopters. They see them and they'll run away from them.
Right. Those dinosaurs won't be waking up anytime soon, but we better have an enclosure ready for when they do. We do have a half-built enclosure on site that'll probably do the job, if you can, you know, finish it up.
So here's the problem. We have a rating here of 2 for our enclosure.
We should power those fences with a generator.
Yeah.
If an animal tries to escape, it could hurt itself or even your guests. A light shock, however, will act as a gentle deterrent.
Yeah, listen, you can call me paranoid or, more accurately, justifiably nervous, but I'm telling you, those generators tend to run out of juice at the very worst of times.
Don't we all? But no, I don't want dinosaurs getting out either. Worth making sure that the generators are in range of a maintenance post so our maintenance team can keep an eye on them. Hmm?
So
when the enclosure is ready, give the order to transport those sleeping meat eaters into it. I'll leave it in your capable hands, okay?
One part of the fence.
Take as long as you need.
Generate the fence.
Not too long.
Not the whole thing.
Even sleeping carnivores make me nervous.
We need to add a gate, and then we'll transport. So our viewing gallery is probably going to be on this side, so we'll add the gate here. Then we need to transport. So when we click transport and then we click a dinosaur, we can click multi-select because we need to move a bunch of dinosaurs. And we're going to grab them all and finalize. Then you need to click 4 times, 1 for each dinosaur.
Good work. Now wait for the delivery to end and confirm they're all enclosed.
So our only thing about these dinosaurs...
It's strange, isn't it? Alan and Ellie had a dig site near here in this scenic patch of Montana's Badlands.
So actually, I could show you over here.
You know, they were digging for fossilized dinosaurs, and now you're containing living, breathing, thinking dinosaurs a mere stone's throw away. Wow, it's really
I'm looking for the okay, so poetic. Security rating. There's always a security rating. This one has a rating of 3.
Deeply terrifying.
So
in a more specific sort of sense.
If our comfort was not
make
up
sure
at 100,
to close any shelters once you've dealt with the threat.
Gates because
After all,
they're only at a
guests
level 2.
aren't likely to spend money while they're busy hunkering down. Although a bunker gift
And then we'll
shop
close
isn't
the
a bad
shelters.
idea.
You can do all the shelters open and close from one
Nice
shelter. So you
job
just have to
dealing with
find
those
one.
raptors. Vicious and intelligent carnivores don't tend to mix well with guests.
Vicious and intelligent they may be, but those velociraptors deserve as much support as any other dinosaur.
Still my favorite
A
dinosaur.
feeder that gives them an
Look at 'em.
outlet for their hunting
They're so
instinct
fantastic.
would be particularly beneficial.
Better the goats than us, is what you mean to say.
There they are. So you can see that their security rating is at a 5. This fence here is at a 2. So if there is an issue, this is why you want to make sure they're comfortable. If there is an issue, they will break through that fence really fast. So even though you put the comfort in here, if there is a big storm, that can change the problem and make them panic, and they'll still break through the fence. So they want some cover. I'm gonna put some cover in the back. Oh. The pasture's down, but they haven't looked at the rest of this. As you can see, the blue hasn't covered any of this. So even though the pasture's at 109, when it gets over here, it's gonna get some more. Water's good. And then we need prey. So we come down here. There's a difference on a meat eater. You either have the carnivore feeder, which they'll want whenever they want that, or they have the live prey. Live prey is a goat, just because Jurassic Park 1, and you add that in, the goat will come out and then they'll chase the goat. So it'll make them feel like they're at home in the wild. So we're at 100%. We see everything's taken care of. Yeah. So as it tells you, the feeders are different for all the dinosaurs. Herbivores do not require a feeder because you get the plants and they'll be okay. Carnivores, like we said, require a feeder, and there could be 2 different ones. Some require prey, so they can live hunt. So I believe he's about to go hunting because the goat is running around. Oh. There's the goat. And we'll see him make an attack. There you go. Now he's gonna eat. Now we need a ranger post. Now, with an aggressive animal, the ranger posts, while you should try to keep them to the sides, I'm not going to right now, they will attack the vehicle.
Now that they're enclosed, those raptors will actually be boosting the site's appeal. And more appeal means more guests, so it's good news in my book. Guests will actually need to be able to see the raptors to be impressed by them, but that's why we build viewing galleries, right? Huh? Dinosaur appeal is great, but dinosaur visibility is what will actually sell tickets. Improving visibility with attractions like the viewing gallery is an important step if we actually want to make a profit here. And you do want to make a profit, right?
So as we use the galleries, you can see if we put it here, it needs power. But if we add it to a gate, the gate is already powered, so it won't need power. So you won't have to put a power supply near it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added...
I'd rather like to revisit our Corythosaurus.
And replace.
They needed males in the herd to thrive, and thanks to Dr. Baldera, that's exactly what we can provide them with. We just need enough genome to begin synthesis. We will need an expedition center to organize gathering the appropriate genetic material. Then, once we have processed the fossils in the science center, we can synthesize the males in a hatchery.
Looks like the standard path. They don't give you the actual color of the path that was already here. Alright, construct a hatchery near the Cryosynthesaurus. So here's the Cryosynthesaurus. And we're still at 76 comfort because we have 2 few males right here. Shows you that. So it says construct a hatchery right here near this one. Can't do it here because there's water. So here's the problem with doing it here. We're running out of buildable area, and then we need to be able to put the path up there, but I would like to put it on this one. So we can take the environment and level this off. Raise terrain. So if we pick our area, we want it to be as flat as this area. So we need it to come up. But then we need it to come down that way. And then we can make a little ramp. We don't need that to be that big. Dynamic ramp. There we go. So now we can add a path here, and it's kind of in the background. There. Just because we're going to replace all of these paths with this color, because we're kind of running at this color now. And that's the color of everything else over here, so that makes sense. All right, so we have our hatchery. Construct a expedition center. We don't want to block this area. This area is coming down to a new area. So maybe we put expedition center here. And then we need to increase the genome from 55 to 75. So we need to go on an expedition. And we don't have any scientists. For this, we'll need some good logistics. And we're going to need good genetics and good welfare. So hopefully we will check these out. Let's go to the expedition map. So it looks like this map, while we're in campaign, goes over to the next one because we already researched the Malosaurs. So let's see. This is what we're trying to work on. 44 seconds. Increase, synthesize, and then release a male into the same enclosure. So 15 seconds. We'll have our fossils and we'll be able to keep running. There we go. We did find platinum, $450,000. We're going to add an extra 30% genome to this. So that'll bring it up to 84%.
We are so close to providing those animals with what they need. Keep up your excellent work.
All right, so let's synthesize. Right here, we're at 84%. Like I said, we need to get to 70 just to be able to synthesize. But because we're under 100, don't know that we can modify right now.
Corythosaurus.
So our Corythosaurus. We're going to randomize the colors. Exit and begin our task. All right.
Synthesis procedure.
So we synthesized. Now we need to pick our eggs.
Please stand by.
We need to release a male. So we have 3 of 4 that became viable. Shows our current population at 4. Desired population is 4, so we're okay with that. But also desired population of male needs to be 1+. We're at 4 females. So we can check our traits. Traits are not always good traits. There are bad traits. So we found positive traits in all of these. Says social and resilient, 2 traits. So let's make that the male, and maybe we'll do one more male. We can drop the female or we can drop this egg here because we're going to be reproducing. We don't want to produce too many in one enclosure because that'll make everybody unhappy. So 30 seconds.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
If you have too many dinosaurs in one enclosure, your comfort needs will be too high and everybody will be uncomfortable, and it will make them sick or die or fight or break fences or anything that you can think of when they're unhappy. I'll show you this. If we press release by airlift, it'll show you the enclosures that are here. So they would be happy to cohabitate with the dinosaurs here and here, but neutral here. Now, they're velociraptors, so at some point they probably will fight and eat them. We'll just release right into this enclosure here. So we got this nice blue one. Look at that. Pretty cool looking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the forest to the park.
So it says we're
You
missing
did
ground
it.
leaf, but
They're happy. They're thriving.
it looks like we
And
did
it's
take
all
away
thanks
some
to
of
your
it.
hard work. Well done.
Let's
With
add the
males in
ground
the
leaf
herd,
back.
we are only a well-placed nest away from helping these animals start a new lineage. It's not an objective that I will set,
Missing
but I
pasture,
will always
okay.
support breeding dinosaurs wherever possible.
We've done a fantastic
close
job
here.
taking care of the dinosaurs so far, and that's great. Really great. But maybe it's time we take as
make
much
sure
care of our
everybody's
bottom
still
line.
happy.
You see, our guests need caring for just as much as our
Roll it
animals.
100%.
They need hotels to sleep in, restrooms to answer nature's call. A
Vehicle under
comfortable
threat.
site draws in more guests.
So we are
and
having
I'm very
issues.
much a people person.
Then the capture
I'm
team
especially
came
a
over
people
and
with spending
tranquilized
money
because they
person.
were attacking our ranger team. They can destroy the vehicle, and then the vehicles cost, I think, 50,000 to get back. So it can cost you some money. All right, so they want us to put restrooms, accommodations, and shelters. So, like I said before, it'll show you where you have coverage and where you don't by red and green on the paths. So we did put this shelter in over here. We have our green, but as it gets too far, it says it doesn't cover that. So we can add one here. And then as we look at our management views and our shelters, this all turned green because it is all covered. So we're at 100%. And then we'll do the same thing with our restrooms. The restroom does need power. Add that there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
This barely fits. That's good. All right, so we're at our 100% for restrooms, which is good. As you do this with comfort, this will make the guests more comfortable. You can check that here in guest comfort. We are at 100% on both of these. Transport rating, we can get to that later. Accommodation rating, your accommodations cover food, drink, and shopping coverage. They also cover hotels. Hotels are able to see the dinosaurs, and it makes guests want to come to your park more. As this goes up, we will get more guests. Shows our guest count is at 179, but our potential is only 46%. So as we fix all of this, our potential will go up, our guest count will go up, and we'll get closer to that 100%. So we have as it's telling us we need a small hotel for our accommodations. Our hotel can see dinosaurs from the hotel. As you would know, you get the windows in your hotel room, you can see out of them. So as we put it somewhere, if the dinosaurs are, if they're able to see the dinosaurs from the hotel, depending on what the dinosaurs are, that will make guests even more happy. Now this does require power. It is too big to put up here. Again, the better dinosaurs will get better views and better appeal. Maybe we'll add it here, and they'll be able to see some of these dinosaurs. Now the yellow line is showing you where it's getting its power from. Generators matter early on, so while you have them out there, they have their ring. You put this in their ring, you get your power, but if that generator runs out of fuel, then you'll have to power it back up to be able to use the building. We're going to make a nice curved path here. There we go. So it shows you local appeal is 946, and it can see 10 dinosaurs, which is fantastic. Now it gives us an economy rating
so
of
far.
100%.
FYI, we've got number crunchers behind the scenes collecting info on the site's appeal, how guests are feeling,
As you can see, our
and
economy
my
rating
favorite
went
bit,
to 100%
our
with that
amenity
hotel.
sales. Take a look. Ooh, those amenity sales could be a lot less red.
Yeah, so these are
How
our amenities,
sites
our
like
food
this one
coverage, drink
make
coverage,
money is
shopping
pretty
coverage.
straightforward. See, if we have incredible animals on site and the guests can see them, then we'll sell plenty of entry tickets. And as long as we keep our guests comfortable and make sure they approve of what we're doing, we'll sell even more entry tickets. That's when we hit them with some excellent food, drinks, and shopping amenities to really bump up our income. As we seem to be lacking in the amenities department right now, we should really get that fixed.
So we moved up to 86% potential of our guest count, up to 332, which is good. The guest count, you can see over here, the total appeal of 2185 attracts 385 potential guests, and that leads right into our guest count over here and our ticket sales. So as we put amenities in, we will get more money on all the coverage, as long as we satisfy the ratings
You know,
and
I
needs.
created DIN to support dinosaurs and bring people joy. And there's nothing more
So this is
joyful than good
shopping.
food, good drinks, and reasonably priced merchandise. Think of the site's profits as a measurement of joy. Building amenities near popular attractions will make profits go up, and needless to say, that's the direction that profits should be going in. You can kit out amenities however you like, but you're not shooting in the dark. Our data geniuses will show you in real time how different products or features will impact guest satisfaction, and how that equals more profit.
So there are three types of amenity buildings as we're building them right now. Food, drink, and shopping. These amenities offer the chance for increased income by selling products to park guests, especially around busier areas. You have to configure them and sell products that they want and internal features depending on the demographics that you're bringing into your park. Amenity profits can be maximized by placing them in busy areas of the site. When an amenity is at capacity, consider upgrading to a larger amenity of the same type, and there's significant numbers of guests nearby that aren't being served, and also brings in a lot more money. So this one is a drink. So improve guest satisfaction of an amenity to 60% by changing its product and features. So we'll show you that here. Guest satisfaction is only at 48%. These little lines are the ones that you need to make it to when you're changing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them to t-shirts, which brings this one over the line. Yeah. Then we need to change the features. We have 2 feature spots right now. We need to do the fossil display. I believe sometimes
You're
you gotta
not going to
play
believe what I
around with
found.
these.
Well, okay, my lawyers pointed it out to me, but same thing. We have more land than I thought. I trust it'll be put to good
Actually,
use.
gonna switch this.
Wink,
Fossilized
wink. More
ammonite.
dinosaurs and more revenue. Wink, wink.
Okay. So we unlocked a new area. Let's go.
While this particular
back.
site is owned by Mr. Finch, I thought it best to still define some specific targets to work
So this
towards.
leaves us at 100%. So that'll give us a much bigger profit, 37,000. We have a running cost of each one, and it'll show us the guess. We're almost close to 400. Badlands, Montana. Park rating targets. So total scientist skills at 50, income per minute of 500,000, number of animals at 50, and number of guests at 1,000. It also shows, because we're in this area, the appeal modifiers for the dinosaurs. So they go up some appeal per dinosaur. Site information is increased starting cash, but expensive scientist training.
Remember, satisfying these goals will define this site's overall park rating. Our park ratings prove that we can manage sites and make clients happy, which helps me expand DIN globally.
So as we change these features, we are getting more and more money per minute. So profit 37,000 for each one of these buildings. So if we go back here, our profit, we're at 100%. Oh, these haven't changed yet. Let me unpause. And then we will go back in. Still, satisfaction rating change.
I cannot believe the momentum
We
that
should be
DIN
at
has suddenly
100. Yeah,
gained.
we're at 100
Kira,
there.
you've been talking to potential
100
clients,
there.
right? Any good news?
100 there.
I'm close to securing a new site now. Follow my advice
Okay,
on
there it
increasing
goes.
our reputation and park ratings, and our proposition will be irresistible.
So our profit per minute just went up 453% because we put in these amenities, which is 71,000 per minute. We're doing super good at 90% potential. The last thing they want is some transport. We have to research that to get better transport. Our total appeal is over here, still the same thing. We are getting a penalty because we don't have enough species. We're only at 4 out of 10, so we're losing 577 appeal over time. So once it's to complete a contract, increase total dinosaur population to 23. I'm not even sure how much we're at, but that's -6 here. I don't think that's a good one. Construct a medium amenity, provide food, provides food to guests. You probably do that one. This one, we could probably do this one too by just adding the amenity there, and we actually get more money. If we do it within the next 10 minutes, we get an extra 70,000. So we're gonna try that one. With that, have our scientists. We need medium amenities. So we're waiting for that to come. Complete a contract. Increase your reputation. So we did that.
The conservation sector have
Around
asked me to
105
keep an eye on DIN
185,000
long term.
per
So
minute.
consider me an official
Wouldn't
advisor.
that be nice?
And on that topic, your reputation with the conservation sector would only improve if we had more naturally bred dinosaurs on site.
All right. So once there's to reach a park rating of 2.5 stars. Now we did unlock this little area over here. There is a lot of mountainous area over here, but do tours. It looks like we could add an enclosure in this little area here. The nice viewing center. That's a pretty big area that we can add. But let's see what dinosaurs we have available to us to synthesize. So we can bring in the Myosaurus. Only has 43 appeal, so it is pretty low. What we could do is we could research a new dinosaur. If we go to